Games, Brains Are Banging Life with 10 things we hate about classic Sonic games. We're defining classic Sonic games as the games that were 2D and from the earlier era. Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic CD, Sonic Spin Ball. There are later 2D games like Sonic 4, but they're still modern games, so we're not classing them as this. This is 10 things we hate about classic Sonic games. Make sure you go and check out 10 things we love. We've already done that video. You started the love, so I'll start the hate. My first one is the disappointing Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. When you think of classic Sonic games and great games, you think Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 and parts of Sonic 3. But overall, it never really jumps to mind when I think about great Sonic games, and certainly doesn't when it comes to Sonic and Knuckles. Now, I know Sonic and Knuckles was kind of an add-on for Sonic 3 rather than a fully fledged game, but it was sold as such. I think Sonic 3 is a good game. It includes certain elements like the bubbles that can do certain different things, the fire bubbles, the attractant bubbles and all that. And it's got some cool bosses, but it's certainly not up there as the originals.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, they kind of went off the topic a bit. Like, you know, they kind of lost where they were going from number 1 and 2. And then they sort of like went, oh, here's a new idea.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so, but, my first dislike, I mean, it's hard to say 10 things about Sonic, but I'm just going to be picky. So, I mean, my first one I got was Sonic Spin Ball. As much as I praised it in the likes, it's a bloody hard game. Yeah, I mean, bearing in mind that these games were probably developed for children.
Yeah.
When it first came out, it's a flipping hard game. You know, and even now, I find it hard now, and I'm 33.
Yeah. So. Yeah, exactly as we talked about in the love video. I also have this one. We have doubled it up. Sonic Spin Ball's too hard. It's too hard. It's got cheap deaths later levels where you can instantly die just by going down the wrong tube. It's a hell of a lot of a fun game, so it's a shame it is that hard. And of course, lose all your lives. What happens? Back to the very start of the game. Not the level, the game.
Yeah, fun times.
Yeah, I had it too. So go again.
Okay, well, again, I mentioned in the likes, but being a 33-year-old and saving animals from little capsules, not fun.
Why is that a hate thing?
Well, it's just like I can't think of the right way to put it, but it's sort of like, you know, it's not like your Call of Duty game.
You care about animals, dude. It's okay, cartoon animals or not.
Wow.
You're right. You're being very nitpicky. Okay, my next one. A simple no spin dash in the first game. Although it would be included in the mobile remaster, you forget this. If you've not played the first game in a long time, you've probably forgotten this, that there's no spin dash in the first game. Something that is a staple of Sonic games. You automatically presume it exists in the first game until you go back, push down, press the button to spin, and instead he just jumps. And you're like, oh yeah, there's no spin dash. Crazy, but it didn't exist. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, my next one is sort of like basically 2 and 1, but we mentioned it in the likes about the Supersonic. The fact that you only get it near the end of the game. I would love for there to have been an option where you could, if you complete the game, sort of like Resident Evil, where you can have the infinite ammo. Maybe just be able to be Supersonic at the start and go all the way through it. That was pretty cool. You know, as a well done for getting all the gems and completing the game. Here's your reward.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. But there's no. I mean, you want an incentive in a game to go back and play it again. I mean, obviously, Sonic and Mario, you can play it over and over again and still have enjoyment out of it. But every game, you want to have an incentive, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
was that the 2 and 1?
Yeah, 2 and 1. Yeah. Oh, sorry. That was the first part, and the second part again. You mentioned the likes about the fact that you get supersonic in like the wing zone area, and it's impossible. It is.
Yeah,
Basically, it's pointless.
yeah. Well, that
Yeah.
ties into mine because I have that as well, which is basically the fact that chances are you'll end up getting supersonic in the end game when he's almost pointless, such as on Wing Fortress Zone, where the majority of the game is platforming jumps and drops to your death. After that, you're at the end boss. You're not getting supersonic after that point. And as you did too, I'll follow that up with, whereas I remember everything vividly, and I kind of touched this apart at the start, but whereas like when I think of Sonic games, I think of Sonic 1 and I think of Sonic 2, I can picture scenes, every level perfectly, bosses, battles, what you need to do, and then I hit Sonic 3. And I'm like, okay, I remember the first level was in a forest. I remember later there's like a circus level. I remember the bonus stages. What is the end boss of Sonic 3? And then I go with Sonic and Knuckles. I'm like, okay, you start off in a sort of foresty area, like Green Hill Zone, same sort of thing. And then I'm like, wait, what follows that? Do you see what I mean? The vividness of those games does not apply to the vividness of the first games. And I don't know why.
I don't even know because I mean we played Sonic 1 and 2 so much.
It must be
And
that,
by the time 3 and Sonic Knuckles came out, we had moved on. We were playing like more advanced games, I think, you know, but those stages, you know, I mean, we were playing bloody Command and Conquer and the PlayStation 1 and stuff like that, you know.
I think you're right. I think you're right. You know? I think we'd moved on. Well put. Go on, what you got?
Okay, then. Right, again, mentioned in the like, so I'll say again for a dislike, but the underwater levels, man, seriously.
Hate them.
As fun as it was and exciting and as made your heart race, man, it was so annoying. At some points, like, if you made one mistake or got lost, you're desperate for the air bubbles, you can't find it, and then you're screwed and died. So.
You know what? I've got it as well, and relating to water levels and the drowning music and all that. Do you know what I hate more? Not the levels that are based completely in water, the ones that just have water. And the level that I love because of how fast it is and how it flows, but hate it because you go too fast and end up in water, is the chemical plant zone. The second set of levels in Sonic 2, which has watery sections. And that's worse, I think, because the majority of it isn't. Whereas something like the ones that are set completely underwater, you're kind of prepared for them most of the time. Whereas with chemical plant zone, yeah, of course I have it. Water levels, Sonic water levels are always something that I hate.
Yeah, there's one specific level. I think it's right at the end where you're like you're sliding down like water, and then you fall into water and you get blown away by fans, and you're like on a little zip wire thing, and
yeah, you're absolutely right. Okay, what's your next one?
Again, this is gonna be picky, but the bosses. I mean, some of the bosses were good, some of them were disappointing. Some of them were like, seriously, are you just putting in a boss just because you have to? You know,
I don't have it, but I agree. When I think of bad bosses, I think of the first boss you face in Sonic 2, which is Robotnik in that car that he just drives back and forward. Idiot. I think of the end boss of Sonic 1. I am not a fan of the final boss of Sonic 1. It's Robotnik in those machines where they come down and you've got to be out of them. Don't like it. Don't like it, especially when you contrast it to the end boss of Sonic 2. Very hit and miss. There are variety. It is imaginative. And I guess when you were doing a boss after every 3 levels, or every 2 in some cases in the first game, you were running out of ideas, right? It was like, well, what haven't we done? We've not done a snake. We've not done this and so on, you know? Okay, I'm going to combine 2 into 1 like you did.
Yep.
Because the second part applies to why this is so annoying. So first things first is I very much hate the horrid emerald stages of Sonic 2. Now in Sonic 2, you're running on a track, and the idea is you've got to collect coins while jumping over bombs? Yeah, something
Bombs,
like that. Yeah. Collect enough coins as you go past the counters. It's effectively like a time trial game, a racing game, where you've got to have enough coins to go past the next stage. And you do it 3 or 4 times. And eventually, if you've got enough coins to get the emerald, you'll get the emerald. Then they get very, very hard, because the coins are always on a track, and some of them loop around, and you've got to loop with them. It can be difficult. There's number 1. Don't like them, they're pretty bland. What makes them worse is number 2, and it is when you've got that shithead Tails with you. Tails is a great character to have in Sonic 2. You touched upon the characters in the love video, and that's fair. However, he's an idiot in Sonic 2. The AI spends more time throwing him off cliffs, and he doesn't really help. He's no help. It's cool if you've got a second player to take control of Tails, that's something. But if the AI is controlling Tails in the bonus stages, you will never be able to complete all the emeralds, because the AI jumps 1 second after you. So if you're jumping over bombs, Tails is 1 second behind you. So we'll always get hit by the bombs and lose rings he collects. Tails can collect rings, and they add to your total. So what would have been better? You know what would have solved it? What would have solved it is Tails not being able to pick up rings. Simple. But he can. So that's it. There's my 2. That's why I hate Tails, and I hate those bonus stages.
They even added a bonus stage into the 2-player mode too, just to add more some more angle towards it.
At least if you've got a second player playing, they'll be better at it.
Yeah, exactly. True. Yeah.
You should also add, when you jump, the person replaces who's in front.
In front of you. Yeah.
So you jump, Tails would get hit, and then he'd be in front of you, and you'd have to jump again to get him behind you.
Yep. Again, this is going to be very, very picky, but it's in my favourite level, the casino level. The fun bit, obviously, landing inside the little machine, the try and score jackpot, and then you get all your lovely rings, and then suddenly you get the bloody 3 Robotniks, and then they take all your rings.
All those spiky balls.
Exactly, that's just out of order, man. Seriously, it's like, you made a great level with loads of enemies, and then you just add a great machine, and then you take all your rings. So
it's a great lesson about not gambling.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You win some, and when you lose heavy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, my second last one. Simple. I touched upon at the end of the love video how much I grew to love Sonic CD, and you haven't even played it.
No.
So that's it. I hate the fact that Sonic CD, because it was released on the Sega CD, never got the love it deserves. Sonic CD is the second best Sonic game I personally have ever played. Play Sonic CD. It sucks that not enough people know about it or have played it. Yeah.
Good point. That's a fair point. Yeah.
Mm.
This one again. I didn't mention the likes, but I probably should have done. But it's Pacific level. It's the mine level.
Oh yeah.
We got hit the switches. Although I don't think it's a great thing, but there's some points in the area where if you hit the wrong switch and you jump down, you're trapped, and it's like literally a pit full of spikes, and then you're dead.
Yeah.
You know, but I suppose I can see it's funny when it happens, but then it's annoying when it does happen.
Mystic Cave Zone.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Green, lots of green walls and things like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I always forget about Mystic Cave Zone because it's either preceded or followed by one of my favorite zones, which is Oil Ocean Zone, which is wonderful looking, man. Sonic 2, what a game! What a game! We're talking about hates though. My last one, and it's simple. They set the bar so high with Sonic 1, 2, 3, Knuckles, Spinball, everything, that it was always going to struggle to move into 3D, and it really did. When we think about Sonic's greatness, we're never going to look at the 3D games. Even though there are some good 3D games later on, we're never going to look at them as fondly. When people say to you, hey, name me the top 3 Sonic games, your first words are going to be, well, Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 at least. And then you're going to, do you see what I mean? Like, then you're going to think about the third. Mine would be Sonic 2, Sonic CD, Sonic 1. No 3D Sonic game.
Yeah, I mean, my one's quite similar to that. Was that after one and two and maybe Spinball. Obviously, I haven't played the CD one, so I can't touch that. But it was, for me, it was a downhill spiral.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't particularly like Sonic Adventure or Sonic Adventure 2. They were okay. I mean, I didn't get the same as enjoyment as playing them as playing 1 and 2.
More flaws than good.
I mean, I would probably rate Sonic Spinball higher than Sonic Adventure, in my opinion.
Interesting. It's certainly an interesting look at it. You know what? That is a future 10 things. Sonic Adventure 1 and Sonic Adventure 2. Yeah. I think that's a great one to do. Look out for that. But that is our 10 things we hate about Sonic classic games. Not as easy. Damon's was certainly nitpicky. But there are the things we hate, I think, are more personal. And just coming from people, both of us in our 30s, who have been playing these games on and off since we were kids. And we're now in our 30s and we're still talking about Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic 1, Sonic and Knuckles. Do you see what I mean? Like, that's incredible.
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah.
There you go. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon to help us out over there. That's patreon.com/gbhbl, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?